Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds. It's Friday. Thank the good Lord. And now we know the fate of the Kansas City Chiefs and their schedule. It's official. Coach Reed read it yesterday. We know what's happening. That month of December is going to be rough on the road for almost the entire month up until Christmas Eve, which that's going to suck. But a lot of primetime games again, man.
It's a good schedule, but Ned Reynolds is a little miffed because got suckered into the internet again. Everything was supposed to be official. You know, they were incrementally presenting the early games and all that, all official. Well, you learn in this business, nothing is official until it becomes concrete evidence produced by the league or a team or whatever. I got suckered in. All the blogs and the Kansas City, whatever you call their private circumstances, whatever they are. Oh, yeah, they're opening up with Houston. Easy game, so they get set for the Thursday game with the Chargers. Wrong-o, sports fans. That's not the way it is. Don't gum it all, and I fell victim to it. Anyway, Chiefs do open the season on the road in Arizona against Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, and that is not an easy game at all. Excuse me. Then they come home and they play the Los Angeles Chargers, which had been made official by the folks at Amazon. That's the first of the Thursday night Amazon games. But it'll be a very good schedule. They do have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Florida in Week 4. And they have the Raiders, who are in Kansas City for a Monday night game. That Tampa Bay game is a Sunday night. Raiders for a Monday night game the following week. They have the Rams, world champion Rams, coming in later on in the season. They go to Cincinnati, play Buffalo again in Kansas City. It's a really good schedule. And then to end it, the final game of the regular season against the Raiders in Vegas. It's a pretty good schedule for Kansas City.
It's a very, very tough schedule. You look at some of those matchups, it's arguably some of the best team/quarterback combos in the league right now. And the Chiefs have got a huge mountain to climb. But it always comes down to attrition, man. Hopefully these guys can stay healthy through the run.
There's no question about that. Yeah. Sure, the physical stature of any of these teams. But this isn't by design of the NFL to make it difficult. It's the AFC West, which is arguably the best division in all of football.
Easily. And then you're going against the AFC North, which is also
you
tough.
have the Buffalo Bills in there and the Patriots. Of course, you're not playing the Patriots, but you are playing the Bills. And, that in and of itself. But this is the NFL. Yeah. It's supposed to be that way.
I know. Hey. It's going to be fun. So, when's the Hall of Fame game?
The Hall of Fame game will be in very early August. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing in this one. First game of the season on the regular schedule is the Los Angeles Rams. The Super Bowl champion always gets the honor of opening up the season on a Thursday night, and they will host the Buffalo Bills. Ooh. Won't that be a great game at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles? It'll be a terrific matchup, but that's how you begin the season, and then it's on to the Super Bowl from there.
Man, I'm already excited, but you know what? It's still May, and we got a long way to go. And we got to get through baseball first. Speaking of which, the Drury Baseball Panthers, they had a hell of a season. Now they're into conference play. How'd they do in their opener?
They did not do very well at all. Held to 2 hits by the reigning Great Lakes Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year, kid named Rivas from Indianapolis. And Indianapolis ran away. It was 11-1 and beat the Drury Panthers. So that puts Drury behind the 8 ball right away. They have no option. They've got to win from here on in. Begins at 12:30 this afternoon. They play Lindenwood. Lindenwood is going Division I next year. They're good. They beat Drury earlier this year. Of course, Drury also beat them. But the fact of the matter remains, the Panthers are really facing a very difficult situation now. We'll see what happens and keep our fingers crossed.
It's hard not to lose again in these conferences in baseball, but hopefully they can do it. Friday the 13th, Ned, are you a superstitious guy?
Only partially when I lose.
You're just looking for black cats everywhere. I wondered what that smell was coming from your socks. All right, well,
that's it.
Let's go with the Cardinals, Royals, and Springbirds all playing yesterday. Who got the wins?
Nobody.
God.
Boy, this is tough. Now, wait a minute. You said the Cardinals and the Orioles. Now, come on. The Cardinals won that. No, they did not. 2 out of 3, the Cardinals lose to the Baltimore Orioles, who are one of the weaker teams in baseball. Orioles go into St. Louis and beat the Cardinals yesterday 3-2, held them off. It kind of bothers me a little bit because the Cardinals' hitting attack, which is supposedly pretty good, is very inconsistent right now. This is even with Albert Pujols showing himself as a DH on occasion and as a pinch hitter on occasion. So, indeed, they've kind of cooled off a little bit, which is interesting because it's hotter than places. But be that as it may, Baltimore wins 3-2. Cardinals get set to face the San Francisco Giants this weekend in St. Louis. Royals fell to the Texas Rangers 5-1 in Arlington, Texas. Kansas City only won one game in that series, and now Kansas City goes out to play the Colorado Rockies in Denver. And the Springbirds, the Springfield Cardinals, taking on the Amarillo Sod Poodles, and the Springbirds won one game, but it wasn't yesterday. Amarillo won 5-2, and that series continues tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday night. And the Bears are playing the morning games, and big series for the Bears against Illinois State this weekend.
Looks like they're going to have to open up the Ned Suite at Hammond so you can get some sleep at some point if you're going there to watch games in the morning and then at night all weekend. Well, at least they have a nice cot and a pillow for you out there. I know you don't believe in home ice and hockey, but it is nice when the team can win at home and eliminate their opponent, and that's what happened last night in St. Louis.
Not only that, but the Blues, home ice, they didn't have it. Minnesota Wild did, if there is such a thing, but the Blues are the better team. Even though they did not have the better record, they were the better team than Minnesota. More aggressive, hitting harder, a much better level of attack. And while the Blues were behind in that series 2-1 at one time, they go ahead and win the next three and clinch the series. Blues win last night 5-1 over the Minnesota Wild and now advance into the next round. Now their next round is going to be against the Colorado Avalanche, and the Avalanche won the division in which the Blues play and won it. I won't say going away because St. Louis was second place, but the Avalanche are pretty good, and they do have a winning record over the Blues. See what happens. This is the Stanley Cup. Anything can occur in hockey, and the Blues are capable of going in and upsetting this team, but it's going to take some pretty good skating.
And it's going to take some speed because that is what kills in the NHL. All right. Speaking of elimination, sorry about your 76ers yesterday, man.
Can't be sorry about them because they didn't play well.
Yeah.
This is a team, I don't understand it. Joel Embiid is a great player, candidate for the most valuable player. When the 76ers at midseason, actually a little bit later on than midseason, got James Harden, a one-time former top scorer, they really thought they'd solidified it. James Harden is not playing very well. Had 11 points last night. He's begun to show signs of being, his career on the wane. Anyway, that's beside the point. Miami Heat won 99-90. They win the series 4-2, and that's pretty good. Miami's a young and up-and-coming team, deserve to win it, and they do. The interesting one is the Phoenix Suns. They are thought to be the preeminent favorite to win the NBA title. They're getting taken into the woodshed by the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the series is tied at 3 games apiece, and the final game will be in Phoenix. But last night, Dallas wins 113-86, and Luka Doncic, who is the Dallas top player, only 23 years old, 33 points last night. This kid is really a fine player. He has anchored that team. I don't think that they can go into Phoenix and win a Game 7, I don't think. But, again, it's the NBA, you never know.
And it wouldn't be the first time a punk 23-year-old kid came into a city and pissed everybody off. I know you know all about that, Ned. You have a wonderful weekend, sir.